Oh, whoa, we're back. We're back. We're back. We're here. We're here. We haven't gone anywhere. How you guys doing out there? Welcome to the show for the afternoon here with Uncle Bruce, Stock Markets with Bruce. We are watching the last hour of the day here to see what this market is going to bring us or not bring us, and see what we will see. And oh my goodness, GameStop 133.36 was the low just a few minutes ago. Been a lousy 40 minutes? Just a terrible 40 minutes. The stock was about 217 Eastern, 147, and now it's at 135, a $12 drop in just a little while, half an hour or so. The question is this it, or is it going to go lower, or is it going to bounce from here and come back there? I don't know. Since I've been off the air, I think the high of the stock got to about 155 or so, about 25 minutes after I went off the air, maybe, if I recall that. Anyway, it's just not been looking good ever since, has it? It's not behaving itself. And well, what can I say? We are dealing with what we're dealing with. The market itself, the Dow is up 131. That's the only market that's up now. S&P is flat, down a point. And NASDAQ down 176. So the NASDAQ is underperforming. The Dow is hanging on to a gain, but it is off of its highs, well off. It had a 300-point gain earlier today. All three indexes were up this morning in the first 2 hours of the morning, and they've given up a lot of that ever since. Unfortunately, that is the reality. William, welcome to the channel. As a new member. Those of you who don't know, I did an alert to sponsor members today. Sent an alert out after the first show, gave them all a heads up. I'm going to do another alert after this show to repeat the alert that any of you missed it on a stock that I am mentioning to you guys for you members first. And then starting tomorrow, I'll start talking about this company on the show for all of you who are non-members. So if you want to know what I'm following, what the next stock is, all of you who know, keep it quiet. Become a member, and we'll let you in on what the latest stock pick is from that I'm going to add to my list starting tomorrow. What else is happening here? 135 on the stock for GameStop. Frustrating. 16.6 million volume. It's very light. It's a light thing. 16.8 million I see now. AMC, oh my gosh, 947 on AMC, down $1.23 on 60 million shares. AMC taking it on the chin, and that is a $5 drop, almost a $5 drop from its high just on, what was that, Thursday last week, Friday, just around there. Unfortunately, AMC has given up a big chunk of those gains, and right now, 940 down 126, $100.26. Everything else is in the red. Let's not kid ourselves. Stocks are in the red pretty well everywhere except for the Dow holding on to a 150-point gain. Looking at Vector Acquisition down 58 cents, and the NAV Site Holdings down a dime. We've got Gore's Holdings down 78 cents, VGAC down a dime, Starboard down 7 cents, and Fortress down 4. Those two stocks, those two SPACs they're trading at $9.86 each. So if you buy them now at $9.86 and they do not do their deal, by the way, they will do their deal, but if they don't do their deal, you'll get $10 because the money is in the bank in trust. You'll get $10 a share. If they don't do a deal in the 2-year window, they're supposed to do it. Right now, they're available at $9.86, so negative 14 cents off. It's like minus 14. That's what these are right now. You're making 14 cents just if they fail. I mean, wow, way to go. Angie, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. You will get an alert after this show is over. Thank you for following us. What else is going on here? Vanek Vectors, the computer chip semiconductor fund, down $1.18. Very, very calm there. But I'm surprised to see it in the red because the talk all day has been about semiconductors, computer companies not being able to keep up with chips production, and these stocks are not going up right now. It just defies logic, but the market sometimes defies logic. Home Depot up 460. I mean, what was it, 2 weeks ago? I was telling you how great Home Depot was, and the markets were going up, and Home Depot was going down, and they announced record numbers, a 10% increase in their dividend. It was all great. Stock was going down, and now it's going up, and whenever it's going down, go figure. IBM up 57 cents today, steady Eddie there. Microsoft down 91 cents, Apple down $1.91, Tesla down 24.80. Bed Bath & Beyond down to 28.17, down $1.85. BlackBerry down to 9.59, down 48 cents. And then over here on the cruise lines, Royal Caribbean, 82.06 down $1.84. It finally went into the red. It had been up all day. Norwegian was up all day, down $1 now, 25.59, down $1.01. And Carnival was up all day. It's now 24.96, down 37 cents. These guys have finally woken up to, I don't know what they're waking up to. Maybe investors are kind of going, oh, you know, that guy, that Uncle Bruce guy, he keeps talking about the fact that with the virus growing and these variants coming up, we might not be sailing for quite some time, and he might be right. Maybe that's what people are saying, but then again, people might not be saying that. They might be going, that crazy old guy, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Max Lacrosse, thank you for this donation. Hey, good afternoon, Uncle Bruce. What do you think it appears they are shorting any ETFs with GameStop in it? What do you think this is all about? Maybe. I don't know. I tell you, though, there's going to come a point in time where this GameStop will have been oversold, and she will react the other way without mercy. But when, what price? I don't know. Dan, welcome to the show. Welcome to the group. Nice to have you here as a member. You'll be getting an alert here after the show's over. Acumen, hiya, Uncle Bruce. Would you sell 7 AMC and put it towards 1 GameStop? A big trader here, big time trader. Looking for big time advice. You know, you sending me this donation is almost. I mean, you know, this is a big part of your portfolio that you're sending me here. I mean, 7 shares of AMC is like not quite $70 of stock here, $63 of the stock, and then you're looking to buy a little bit of GameStop, and you're sending me a donation. I mean, man, these handling fees are killing it. I mean, it's unbelievable. Oh my gosh. I cannot give you advice as to what you're supposed to do. You have to make up your own mind what you're supposed to do. I'm not an investment advisor. I'm just here giving you my take on what's going on in plain English. And in plain English, we're having a lousy day. How about that? Is that plain enough for you? Down to $9.30 on AMC, down $1.36 now. And GameStop, $134, just above the low of the day. So both of these shares are under pressure today. You know, I have my opinion on each one. You kind of know which way I'm leaning, which way I go, but that's up to you to figure out what to do. Christopher, Intel opening 2 manufacturing plants in Arizona. I think it's a $20 billion investment to build these up. Yeah, they're expanding because the demand is there. Liz, Fred, thank you, Lee, Fred. Thank you for this sticker. I appreciate that. And we have somebody else here. Who is that? Oh, I just missed that name. There we go. Marcus here. Hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy? New member. Welcome to the group, guy. Thank you. You get to use emojis now. And keep an eye open for the update that you're going to be getting after the show. Joe, same thing to you. You're going to be getting an update from me. Those of you who want these my latest stock picks, every once in a while, I'll pop up a private message just for members. And I did one earlier today. I'll be doing it again after this show's over. So keep your eye open. Those of you who are members of this channel, if you'd like to get in on these advanced notices of these stocks that I'm following, become a member of the channel. It's one of the perks of being here. And of course, you get to comment and use the emojis and have all kinds of fun. There will also be custom videos made from time to time just for sponsor members, for, again, Chillin with Uncle Bruce members. So keep that in mind too. Don't be surprised one day you'll see a video. Hey, I could see this video. It's only for members. Oh, okay. Celtic, good response, Bruce. Be very careful. Shilts are using supers to infiltrate almost every stream I've watched today. They are on full court press. We do have them out there, unfortunately. And like I said before, I'm here for commentary. I'm here to try to give you a color commentary. I'm like a Tony Romo, except I don't get the money Tony gets. Oh, and I never was an NFL quarterback either. That was the other differential between Tony and I. So Tony, gets paid to be a color commentator on CBS NFL football games. I'm a color commentator here on the stock market right now to kind of fill you in on what I see happening here on this football field, this gridiron of the markets, to let you in on what's going on. So I hope you're enjoying what I can provide you, and I hope it is helpful to you. If you would like to visit with me one-on-one sometime, you're certainly more than welcome to hire me for an hour if you like. You just need to send me a private email and say, hey, Bruce, I'd like to do a one-on-one session with you. When can you fit me in? I do these on Saturdays and Sundays, and we're now booking for late April and into May now. So if you're interested, I'll put you down. And if you tell me, hey, Bruce, if someone cancels on you, earlier, let me know. I'll just move up. That would be great. For those of you who've made a reservation and made a payment, I do charge $400 US an hour for my 1 hour of time. Hopefully I can give you the kind of information you could use, and it could be worthwhile for you. And you just need to send me an email right here. This is my email address, brucefarm@hotmail.com, which is down below in the description. It's in my about page. You can always find this address. By all means, let me know if I can be, if you want to hang out with me for an hour, send me a private email. Okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Here we go. Bill Allen wants to know, Bruce, do you think that the manipulation of GameStop shares, especially today, will upset the GameStop board like Ryan Cohen and cause them to do something like split the stock or do a special dividend or something like that? I don't know for sure if that's going to happen. I have a feeling that it's entirely likely that the board of directors has a different time frame than you have and that most of us have, because remember, these folks are now involved with this company on an ongoing basis. They're not involved with GameStop for a week, a month, 3 months. They're involved for years, and they will be guiding the company forward, helping management all they can, being there for management to guide them forward with strategies, and they're probably the management of GameStop will use the board of directors and all their contacts, which is why you have these boards of directors, varied backgrounds, all of their contacts to guide them through unique scenarios. This is one of them. Yes, a sell-off of stock, being attacked by possibly by short sellers all day here, possibly. They will look for guidance, and it wouldn't surprise me that veterans who've been around a while, like yours truly, will tell them, don't do anything rash today. Look at the long-term game plan here. Stick to your plan. You guys have a plan to convert this company into an e-commerce company, then do that. Don't let the stock influence you one way or the other. Just move forward and absolutely drive straight forward to the finish line, because what will end up happening here is a lot of investors will become fans of yours as they realize how you're so steadfast in your objectives that you're just not going to stop. You're not going to be, you're not going to be influenced by a day like today to change the old direction of what you want to do. There's a plan. And it's being executed. People are being brought in that can make this plan happen. The company is closing stores. Every month end, leases expire. So at the end of this month, what are we at now? The 24th of the month, a week from today. A week from today is Wednesday, the 31st. I don't know how many leases expire, but there are 5,000 stores. Typically, leases run for 5 years at a time, which means every year, 1,000 of these stores, their leases come up, 1,000 a year, about 80 a month. So by the end of this month, wouldn't be surprised if 80 leases pop up. And I would say that a lot of leases close out in the end of March, April, May, and June every year. You do not close a store on November the 30th. You don't have a going out of business sale November the 30th. You know why? Because 24 days later is Christmas. You don't close a store November 30th with Christmas right around the corner. When you're a retailer, you don't do this. So there will be no closures of stores at the end of October or November. There might be a few in December, but when you run a business, you usually try to sign a lease that starts Feb 1, March 1, April 1. It's kind of when you want to start and when you want to end, so that if you're closing a store out, you get the Christmas business, and then you do a liquidation from the 26th of December until the end of February or March, like a 60, 90 day, blow everything off, and we're shutting this thing down. So it could be that next week there could be 300 stores closing up shop. That's how many, or let's say there could be 300 to 500 leases expiring a week from now. And then of those, a number will be let go, and they'll do an announcement to that. They'll do an announcement maybe in the first week of April. We shut down 125 stores at the end of March in our further plan to convert the company to an e-commerce platform. That's entirely likely. Also in Europe and everywhere else, stores, same thing. They have their leases, and it could be that the company is in deep discussions right now off the grid. I mean, you're not going to hear about it. I'm not going to hear about it. They're talking to people who are going to buy their entire collection of stores in the UK or Europe or Australia, New Zealand. And the company's in deep discussions with the potential buyers with regard to the leases that are coming up right now. They expire over there too. And we could well have a scenario where the new buyers are saying, we'll buy up all your stores, but we don't want the trouble stores because you're showing us your numbers, which of these stores in Britain and which of these stores in the UK and Europe are the best performers, worst performers. And so with the leases coming up, we don't want you re-signing new deals. We don't want to buy your stores from you with brand new 5-year leases on dog locations. We don't want you doing that. So that's going on right now. I'm pretty sure that is happening. And so maybe in the next 30 to 60 days, the company comes up with another announcement saying, we've sold off the UK retail store division to company blah, an expert in retailing in the UK, and we've sold off our stores in Europe to a group that does this. They're experts in running retail in Europe for X amount of euros, pounds, and dollars. And those folks who bought the entity are getting what they want and not buying what they don't want. Fair enough. Fair enough deal. That could be going on. And so today is a kind of day where the stock is down $50 a share. Is this a dip? I think so. Is this the dip? I don't know. Was the dip 38.50 a month ago? Maybe this is a dip versus the dip. But management, they're busy today. They're really, really busy today. And they are doing a lot of stuff that we just don't see and know of on a daily basis. And we don't need to see and be involved with. We just have to wait for them to release material news to the world and tell us what they're up to, right? That's what's happening here. Christopher has become a member, and I thank you very much for doing this. Also to hang on here, these messages just skip away on me so quickly. I can't get them back sometimes. Celtic, neither was he. There you go. We got here Ken Alwalazl. Thanks, Ken. Mr. K, you're here, buddy. Thank you, or girl. Thank you. RJ's Garage, right on. Welcome to the new members coming in here, guys. You've got a private message coming your way after the show's over. All of you have. Fallon Gilson, Fallon, thanks for coming in here and joining up with us. Appreciate it as I'm trying to figure you up. There's no GameStop in UK anymore. Well, there you go. I told you they're closing. See, there you go. All right. KW, what are HF's motives? Scare retail, purchase stock, bankrupt GameStop? I don't think they can't bankrupt the company. They had their chance. They tried it back in 18, 19. They tried it in 20 with all the shorts. Didn't work. Company bounced back, bought a bunch of their stock back, and it didn't work. And so probably to shake up the retail investor. But that's been my synopsis lately, if you've been following here. Anyway, there you have it. Thank you, guys. And oh, look at that. Look at this. Sarah, I just signed into GameStop, my app. I found my old membership, and I have a $3.03 credit from past rewards. Welcome back. They'll welcome you back, I'm sure. Fantastic. How does the price fall with no one selling? Well, there has to be a seller. There has to be a seller, but there also has to be a buyer to conduct a transaction. That's how this world works. You go to a garage sale and someone has a table with stuff on it, and then you show up and you're looking for a new spatula, replacing your old spatula with a newer spatula, and you see a spatula there and they got a 50-cent price on it, and you hold it up and look at the owner and go, would you take 25 cents for this? That's how that works. And the owner goes, I'll take 40 cents. And you go, how about 35? And okay. And then you bring him a quarter and a dime and you walk away with a new spatula. That's a transaction. We have a buyer. We have a seller. The seller was hoping to get 50. The buyer offered 25. The seller agreed to 35. The buyer agreed to 35. Done deal. Last trade on spatula, 35 cents. What's the market? 25 to 50 is the market. Last trade, 35. Welcome to the stock market. There you go. We're flipping spatulas here. $130.95 right now. That's the price of a spatula called GameStop shares right now. And later today, the price might be lower than that or higher than that or exactly at that. Depends how many people show up at the garage sale and how many items at the garage sale people want to buy. It's just simple, nothing. There's no magic to this. $130 a share right now. The short sellers are having a field day today. There is virtually no resistance to these guys. Not enough bargain hunters down here. Maybe a lot of people thought there's no way it would ever get down here. And so the buy orders were entered at 160, 150, 145. But now at 130, the buyers have got what they want for the day. And not enough new buyers are coming in to come on in here. And the sellers who want to drive this price down are just selling stock to any buyer they can find to drop the price. They want a low print today. Now it's at 129.53 and they're getting it. Now, someone at 129.53 just bought some stock. Someone did just buy some stock there because you can't do a trade unless there's a buyer. You got to have a seller and a buyer to conduct the deal. Well, that just happened. Now it's at 130.19. It's jumping around. But methodically, the sellers are just hitting the bidders to down print the stock. They want to drive it down to make it look really ugly. And over on CNBC, you have a willing network that can't wait to show the new chart on the screen to show you how badly it's doing, to reinforce to you retail investors out there what morons you are, because this stock is just a bag of garbage. That's what they're telling you. That's what they're saying. And today they're getting their piece in. But on the other hand, buyers are picking up this stock, and the buyers that are buying this stock at 128.87 might not be offering it for anything under $200 or $300 a share, which could pose a problem to those who are selling it here, who need eventually to buy back whatever they've shorted already and what they're shorting here. Because if the shares do drop to this 127 range, 125 range, and then they bounce back to 150 to 180, problem is not solved for all the shorts, because the number of shares we're seeing trading today of 18 million shares is not solving the short sale problem, which could be over 100 million shares of undeclared shorts going on out there. You can't solve 100 million of short problems with 18 million of volume. It's not being fixed. It's not being addressed. There are not 10 million shares for sale at every $5 increment going down on this stock. That's not happening. It is moving down on light volume. And as soon as this machine gun seller runs out of stock or stops selling or whatever the motivation is ends, the market could rally back quite substantially, quite a ways. It might not be in today's market. It might be in the aftermarket. It might be in the pre-market tomorrow. It might be at noon tomorrow. I don't know when, but sooner or later, this stock could have a whipsaw effect the other direction. But for today, for those who want to make this thing look awful, they're having a wonderful time right now, and that's what's going on. This is the game, kids. That's what's going on. All right. Let's see if we can keep on top of this. Yep, we're watching the tank. All right, that's what we're doing. Let's go. Huge dip. Is it better than is it better than it's down on low volume versus high volume? Well, that depends on whose argument you're on, what side you're on, I guess. Some people will say, well, if it goes down on light volume, there isn't much support. On the other hand, if it goes down on light volume because the sellers aren't waiting for buyers to show up, then it's an artificial drop. It's a drop of it's a show drop. It's one of these fireworks shows. They look great, and then when the fireworks stop, everything calms down, and about an hour later, everybody forgets that they were at a fireworks show. And you run into someone a week later and say, hey, didn't you go to that fireworks show at the park last week? How was that? And you're going, oh, yeah, I was at a fireworks show. Yeah, I saw Charlie. I saw Debbie. Yeah, but what about the fireworks? Oh, they went up and they were great. Who remembers a fireworks show? Well, that's what we have here. If you're selling stock in a hurry, you're not doing yourself any favors as a seller. You're hurting your own self. But hey, if you want the stock to go down, this is how you do it. John Anderson, new member. Thank you, John, for joining. Gabriel, iBorrow desk statistics show 0 stocks available to borrow today. Can't borrow stock to short. Well, again, it could be stocks being shorted right now. That's true. Or it could be shares being sold that have been acquired lately to be just dumped and keep this market falling on a day like today. I don't know. I'm not at the front desk here. I'm not on the floor of the exchange. I'm not in the trading desks. I'm not in the hedge funds. I don't know these people. Don't know them personally, what they're doing, but it's 126.64, and that is around the low of the day here. Yep, right about the low of the day on 18.6 million shares. Very light volume. But again, this only lasts a while until the objective is met. Like I said earlier today, there were put buyers, people who bought put contracts. They go up in value when stocks go down. They bought these puts when the stock was around 200 a share a few days ago. They were betting and hoping that the stock would go down to the 120 level, and that's just about where it is. There are put contract buyers who are way up on their money because every contract represents 100 shares of stock. If you have 1,000 put contracts that you bought 3-4 days ago, a week ago, they could be well worth a ton of money right now because you are in effect leveraging 100,000 shares. 1,000 put contracts means you are enjoying the downward move of 100,000 shares. The stock is down $54 today. 100,000 shares are $54,000 less valuable today during the market. You think about the contract buyer. They bought these contracts at I don't know. They bought them at $30 each, $3,000 the contract. They're worth $50,000 or much more than that now. I mean, this is a big score. So someone could be taking, I'm not sure how much they could have been taking, 100,000 and turning it into $600,000. They could be turning 1,000 into 6,000. They could be turning 2,000 into 12,000. I'm just using one ratio, and I don't know what the ratio is in this case. It all depends on which contract they purchased. But there are put contract holders who are doing very well today because the stock is down significantly. On the other hand, there are probably people right now and all day who have been buying call contracts to go long on the stock going forward. Some are buying $120 calls, $150 calls, $200 calls, $250 calls for this week, next week, the week after, the week after, the week after, all the way out. Options go every Friday. And there's a lot of gambling going on. Now, the folks who've been writing call contracts, there are people who were writing call contracts, had shares in their hand and said, I'm going to offer my stock to the option market. They were writing $300 call contracts last week when the stock was $220 and saying, if you want my stock at $300, you can have a contract off of me. Give me $25 a share for a 3-week time frame or 2-week time frame. They could have been getting that much or more. Those contracts now are virtually worthless. They're down to $5 each, $6 each, because they're $180 out of the money at 120 on the stock. 173 out of the money at 127 right now. So a $300 call contract, you can buy one for cheap, but you're 173 out of the money. If you wrote one for $50 last week or whatever the price you got, you've done rather well for yourself. Unfortunately, the stock you own has also gone down in value. Because it was 220, it's now 120. You're down 100 on the stock, but you're up 45 on your contract. Help, hit the blow. Now you buy the contract back, or you don't buy the contract back and let it die worthless. If it dies this Friday or next Friday, maybe it'll die worthless, maybe it won't. But if the shares bounce back to 150, 60 in the next couple of days, that contract might go back to $10 or $12 again, because, after all, what the stock can do in a couple of days. This stock can really move. This is the game that's being played by option players while we're watching the stock do what it's doing. We shall see. Nonetheless, while we're watching all this, the corporation is converting its company to a digital platform company. That will not stop. It doesn't matter what the price of the stock is. It has no bearing. By the way, if you heard all day long the news on CNBC, every time they mention GameStop, they talk about how the company has filed to sell stock at any time for money. Just so you know, they did this last year. They didn't do this yesterday. They didn't do this last week. They did this a year ago when the stock was $5 a share. They did a filing. They did a filing way back when. They can at any time issue stock. Any public company at any time can issue stock if they want to in the open market. It doesn't matter. So this is not a new phenomenon. For whatever reason, someone is picking up on this news at CNBC. I don't know why they're picking up on it. I don't know. It has nothing to do with what the stock is doing here, or maybe it's just adding to the overall atmosphere of the stock that, they could dilute their company anytime. You never know. They've had this option right through January when the shares went to 500 a share. They had the option when it went to 38.50. They had the option when it went to 346 last week, 2 weeks ago. They've always had the option. They'll still have this option. It doesn't expire, but they're not issuing stock from the Treasury at this point in time. They haven't been. Just so you know. Okay, Stosh Blomas, thank you for this donation. Appreciate it. I do appreciate it. We work hard for that. Then again, we are watching it now at 128 a share. The low was 125.66 is where we see it. Right now, 127, 128 are roughly a share. Volume again, let me get back onto that. 19 million shares, not a lot to get excited about. We are now 28 minutes away from the close of trading for the day. Will the shares bottom out here and rally up a bit, or will they plateau for a while and have an even worse close? I don't know how much more selling will come in. Will these folks who are trying to drive the market down keep it going? I don't know. We have to wait and see. That's it. Will there be a wall of buying coming in between 120 and 125 to try to bargain basement this stock today? And will they be successful in getting it, or will they not be, because so many buyers are now going to try to come in here and nibble up at this dip that it might pop to 135 and 145 again? I don't know. We'll watch it. I'll be here. The Dow up 107 points. The S&P is down 5.5. Nothing going on there. And NASDAQ is the loser, down 200 points today, down 1.5% on the day for Amazon. For NASDAQ. That's what's going on. I'm going to just pop up the NASDAQ chart right now, and I'm going to take a look at the 5-day performance of the NASDAQ. And we had that NASDAQ as high as 13,452. It's now 13,023. So we're down about 400 points from the 22nd. So that's 2 days ago. Looking at NASDAQ now for the last, quote, month or so. The 17th, it was at 13,525. So that was 500 points higher back on the 17th. That would be 7 days ago, last week, a week ago today. And back on the 1st of March, NASDAQ was 13,588. And that was still not the high of the year, but it's come down from there, 588 to 023. So it's dropped 560 points. But you do a percentage move on that, figure out what the percentage move in is. It's not that much. It's not that much of a percentage drop at all. 500 points on a 13,000 index. Yeah, it's 4.5%. This is not a big, disaster on NASDAQ. I mean, come on. There you go. But markets will move up and down, and sometimes it's inconvenient, depending on what side of the market you're on. Right now, 124.20 on GameStop. The low of the day, 123. We're in this neighborhood right now. We are right there, 123.03. We're right at the low, and we might go even lower because not enough buyers are coming in to pick up the dip. Maybe buyers don't believe this is the bottom of the dip, and that is how human nature works. You get this, well, maybe it'll go lower. Maybe I'll buy it, but maybe I can get it lower, and then it doesn't come lower, and then you lose it. It happens. It's now 125 again. It jumps around. Down here, it can easily pop $10, easily, but will it? We'll see. I'll be here. I'm watching it with you. If you're hanging with me, we'll see what it's doing. 6,291 of you are here right now. If every one of you put in a buy order right now for 100 shares each, you'd run this market dramatically. Just so you know, but you're not going to do that. But just so you know, if 6,290 people came in there for 100 shares, that would be 629,000 shares of buying in a hurry. That would move that market a lot, just so you know. There's powers and numbers, but we need bigger numbers than that, I think. We'll see how it goes. 125.18 on GameStop, 926 on AMC, down $1.40 on AMC, volume 68.6 million. Just an ugly looking day today. Been a terrible week for AMC. Not good at all. Vector Acquisition, 1136, down 70 cents. It's come down a ways this week. It was as high as 13 odd dollars earlier this week. Volume today, 1.6 million. NAV site holdings down 8 cents to 10.03, just about at the perfect price. We've got Gore's holdings down 81 cents to 13.74. VGAC Vector Virgin Group Acquisition Corp down 11 cents to 10.14. Starboard Value down 9 cents to 9.85. Fortress Value down 4 cents to 9.86. Vanek Vector Semiconductor down $2.31 to $230.95. 1% drop. No big whoop. Home Depot is up 380. International Business Machines up 52 cents. The Dow up 106 points. Microsoft down $1.42. Apple down $2. Tesla down $29. And over at the cruise desk, Royal Caribbean down 216 to 81.84. Norwegian down $1.26 to 25.34, and Carnival down 47 cents to 24.86. And everywhere else, except for JP Morgan, it's up $1.50. Everyone else is down. Costco down $1.22. Walmart down 36 cents. Amazon down $38 to $3,099. Cisco down 9 cents. Nvidia down $13.41 to $5.09. We've got Goldman Sachs down $2.43. Disney down $2.75 to $1.86. Facebook down $8.33 a share to $2.82. eBay down $2 to $58. Twitter down $1.80 to $62.40. Royal Bank of Canada is up 29 cents because Canadian banks make money all the time. $92.30. American Airlines down 35 cents to $21.92. Google down 21 cents at $2,052 a share, unchanged virtually. Netflix down 11.38 to 5.23. The Netflix high of the year, 5.93, now at 5.23. So $70 off its high. Still, 12, 13% off its high. Not that bad, really. Snowflake down 9.63 at 2.10. DraftKings down 2.33 to 67.42. Moderna down 4.73 to 131.79. Workday is sitting at 246, down 10.86 a share. DoorDash down 5.86 to 125.90. Airbnb down $7 to $180, and Micron down $1.76 to 83.64. So it's a sea of red virtually everywhere. Unfortunately, the GameStop is the big red one today. 122.97, down $58 a share is where it is at this moment in time. And the question is, will it go below 120, or is there a whole bunch of buying that's been piling up at 120-ish? The 125 level didn't hold. Now will the 120 level hold, or will it bounce from here? We'll watch it. AMC down 9.26. Can it hold $9 today, or will AMC go below 9? It was $14 on Friday all day. Could not go over $14 Friday at all. That is the story. The Dow up 102, S&P down 7, NASDAQ down 213. That's where we are, unfortunately. That's where it is. That's where it is. Let's see. I'm holding what this looks bad. About to pop 20 million volume. If you're panicking, go for a walk. Someone is saying, if you're panicking, go for a walk, eat a bagel, smoke a bowl. We're playing the long game. Just saw an article that said Michael Jordan supposedly shorted GameStop and lost $500 million. I don't know if that's true or not. Hard to say. I did that last time at 483, says John Van. It's like a scary ride at an amusement park. You make it through and all happy and excited at the end, but you wait for that feeling, not the one you feel now, though. Triller, I'm willing to go down with GameStop. I bought 21 shares at 260. I'm not selling before it's at the $700 a share level. And you take that attitude, and everyone does that with you. You'll get it. But right now, 124.68 is the price of GameStop. Low of the day, 122.32, and it's just got this. It's like this roller coaster going down. It's just a slide. That was this morning. Little dip, then a pop up, and then here we are. This is the week, actually. I'm sorry. This is the day. It's ugly. There's your day right there, and here it is right now, right at the bottom of the chart. That's what it's doing today. An ugly day, but the lower it goes, the higher it can bounce, I suppose. If you're an optimist, you gotta rough it out. You gotta diamond hands, wait for it, and don't do anything. This is more exciting than a monster roller coaster, some would say. Well, what can I say? You gotta just hang around. Let me see here. They're more exciting than Monterey Square. Wow. Couple of donations came in. I missed them. Let me just double check here. Sorry, folks. Here we go. Adam, thank you. I don't know when. The next wave of buyers, wherever they come from, old AMC buyers, whomever, when they come, shorters won't be able to stop it. Sooner or later, shorters will tire. But if they don't get the paper, if you don't sell it to them, they get antsy because they need the paper to get out from their multi-million short situation. And if you're not going to give them the paper, they can't get out. They're still upside down, still underneath a lot of money here. That is the thing. Children, I'm willing to go down. I bought 21 shares at 260. There you go. So there's the comment there. We got here, a GameStop drops 58 and not one halt of trading. If it was up 58, they would have halted it 4 times. Well, it didn't drop $58 in 2 minutes. It's been an all-day slow drop. The market itself is an all-day drop everywhere across the board. AMC now 908. It's down 158. AMC is dropping just consistently down. The Dow is up 102. S&P down 7. NASDAQ down 211. So the atmosphere is negative, unfortunately, and it's feeding into the overall market. Such is the day. Taking his advice, going to smoke a bowl. Hopefully you live in legal jurisdictions where you're allowed to do that. Phoebe bought 5 more GameStop at 133. Also bought 25 VACQ at 11.55 today. Yeah, right on. Picking up bargains here. Pick this stuff up on sale and just sit back and wait it out. Yes, indeed. You take your spot, grab it, and then have a seat on the couch and watch the show. John, Jimmy, all the long whales must be beaching themselves right now. Our as the piece. Let's see here. I was holding all the way down to $40 the last time. Scares me not at all. Learn to stay cool and patient. I'm hanging in there, not going anywhere. Let's see. I would have bought five at the bottom of that dip. 122 right now on the stock. Stressful day, but not for us. We're holding. Legal is a state of mind. I see. Sorry, I'm playing with the emojis. It's okay. Play with the emojis. We got more coming, by the way. More emojis are coming. How long of a wait? Is it time for me to? Can I get a bagel? I bought 30 shares of IPOPE today. Very good. A stressful day, but it's coming to for us. Hold, everybody. Legal's a state of mind. Here we go. Oh my gosh. What else? I did say I expected something harsh. We're holding. We're near 123.73, down $58 a share. The Dow up 101, S&P down 6.6, Nasdaq down 212. It's not a big bloodbath on the big market at all. Let's see. Yes, CNBC at its finest. Update: GameStop suffering worst day in 7 weeks after downgrade. Disappointing results. Market watch. Yes, that's what NBC is going to pile on. They're just gonna gleefully tell you how bad it's going. Yep. There you have it. What can I say? Let's knee this stock back up. Knee it back up. Could this be where GameStop levels off and stays around this price? Well, we've been thinking that for the last $150 a share. We've been watching this back off. We don't know. We'll see. Let's go. What happens? Let's see what happens, and stick around and watch the show. This is a bad week. This is a bad week to give up sniffing glue. I shouldn't have done it this week. Oh man. The more it drops, the more I'm going to buy. 124.28 right now. Where I see it, 901 on AMC. It touched 895 already. AMC has broken the $9 level today already. 124.36, 123.53, low of 121.45 on GameStop. 20,600,000 shares is where it is right now. My GameStop position is down $318,000 today. I'm not selling. Retarded ape, I was down 80%, so why would I be scared? David, any idea why Jerome Powell from the Fed has to speak now once or twice a week? He's in front of these committees, Congress, Senate. You do this, I think, every month or so. You have to do it. It's so ridiculous. Should be behind closed doors. Don't even need to be doing it publicly. They can just release transcripts, but oh no. They make this a show, and the congressmen get airtime. That's what they want. Is what I see here. Let's see what else is going on here. I wish I had waited to throw with that $4,000 I put in last week, but oh well. This is a long hold. There it is. What do we got here? This is a manufactured dip. That's what this is, manufactured. What can I say? With a diverse portfolio, I'm still getting slaughtered this month. At this point, we enjoy the falls as much as the rise because we can pick up the dips. Laughing. Let's go heavily. What else is happening here? Calculated steps. I think I actually enjoy the falls more. My ulcers have ulcers, but I'm panic buying more anyway. There you go. I can't watch at this point, and nerves are in absolute tatters. I had to sell a kidney to make margin. Oh my. Awestruck. This is a fine lesson on how SSR does not limit the price drop. Short sale restriction doesn't necessarily drop it from short attacks. It only limits the rate of the price drop, similar to trading halts. It can do that. And when the market does turn, then shorters have to try to, go higher and back off. They have to back off and sell higher. But no, this is a market 101 day today, kids. Markets go up, stocks go up, stocks go down. Markets go up, markets go down. This is what it's all about. There are some days where it's ugly, some days where there's opportunities, some days where there are tears. This is what we have. It's just the way it is. The Dow is up 113. Go figure. It's not helping in most of these stocks that we're following. The S&P down 6 points. No change. Nothing really happening there. But the Nasdaq is off 200 points, down 1.59. But today, certain shares are getting hit today, and that's momentum that's adding on to it. What can we say? But there are deals out here. There really are. I cannot believe the value of these SPACs. GHVI, NSH, SVAC, and SVACQ. These are deals. Absolutely right. They are. And they are going to complete their mergers. And they will come out with a lot of information, a lot of news. And I have a feeling there'll be more buyers and sellers in the long run on those shares. But in the meantime, you have to go through days like this. And days like this are buying opportunity days, but it's the hardest day to buy. This is the hardest time to buy stock when you're looking at a sea of red, it's difficult. It's tough, psychologically difficult. This is what changed. This is what differentiates the long-term winners from the losers. The losers panic out on days like today, and they regret it very quickly because they go, why did I sell at the low? What am I doing? Buyers are going, it was a tough one to do, but I bought today, and I'm glad I did, because 4 days ago it was a tough deal to get, but boy, am I happy now. This is how the market works, guys. You've got to be able to tough it out, and this is why I, as a branch manager, would hold the hand of my 25 brokers and just calm them down and tell them to talk to your client today, because they would find out that the more clients they called, their clients would say, well, maybe we should buy some more. It's nice and cheap. And they would go, wow, I'm all depressed, and these guys want to buy more stock. And the next thing you know, I'm watching brokers with blue tickets walking over to the trading desk, handing in blue tickets to buy up stock, picking up bargains on companies that they love and that they follow and they know very well. And a week later, they're going, boy, am I glad I called all those clients. I bought a bunch of stock for them that day, and we're all up 5, 10, 15% already. This is great. But that's the toughest part of this market. You have to look past the tough days like today and move forward. Anyway, there you have it. Sam Williams, thank you for becoming a new member. Those of you who are members, I did send out a notice today for you. Those of you who are not yet members, if you're thinking of becoming a member, there will be an alert coming out to you after this show today. I am adding a stock to the buy list that I follow. And if you're a member, you get to know what that is before I announce it to the rest of the channel. Those of you who know, keep it to yourself. So become a member, and you will get an alert this afternoon. If you are a member, you're getting your second alert. It's just a repeat. But those of you, some of you don't know, you did get an alert. Check your inbox for alerts and join the channel for those. We will keep you updated on new stock picks that I come up with. Mike P, what stops more synthetic shares from being released? It seems that hedgies with almost unlimited resources and ability to break the rules, the SEC would intervene. True, we wonder about this, but there comes a point in time where a certain number of shares exist that shouldn't exist, and you get a snapback rally on a stock, and all of a sudden, this becomes a multi-billion-dollar problem at a much lower price than before. And that's what begins to happen here. And when it moves the other direction, as you saw in January and as you saw a week ago, these runs can get even more dramatic, and they become tens of billions of dollars of problems, not billions of dollars of problems. Opportunity for those of you who are long, crisis-opportunity for those of you who are short. Matt Irish, I had a $24 super this morning that didn't get answered. What was the question? What happened? I don't know. Where's that question now? I'll have to try and find it. Matt, I'm going to take a look for you and see if I can find your comment. Just give me a second here. Glenn, thank you for becoming a new member. And also Matthew, thank you for becoming a new member. You guys will be alerted. You're going to get the alert after the market here, and you'll be updated on my latest stock pick, okay? Let me take a look, if I can, to find the said referenced super that was made this morning by said individual here. Let me see if I can do this from here. And if I go back, no, that's the wrong list, actually, pardon me. I got to go over there. That's where I got to go. That's right. I've got to go there, and I've got to do that. And I've got to see if I can find this super chat that came in this morning for $25 that I didn't address. I mean, how could I? How dare I? Who do I think I am? You know, all these comments. Don't worry, I get them all the time, guys. Let's see. Matt Irish sent me a $20 donation this morning, and it said, "Morning, Uncle Bruce. Morning, Bagel Squad. What are the chances that hedge funds, VWAP, GameStop, all the way back down to $5 a share? Is WVAP the name of the computer program to sell to those 100 shares per transaction? What are the chances that they could do that?" Matt, that's a very interesting question. I don't know if they would be that successful. I don't know if there would be some investors out there who will say, I want to buy 1,000 shares at $5 a share. I want to buy 10,000 at $5. I want to buy at 6. I want to buy at 8. I want to buy at 15. I don't know if it'll ever make it that far, but I will say this much: as of right now, this second in time, 119.07 is the price of GameStop. So they've managed to break the 120 barrier. Whatever buying power there was got hit, and people who wanted to buy a dip at 120 got in there with 21.5 million volume now on the day. So there was a wave of selling that hit the 120 bid. Now we're trading at 120.39, and we're going to have to see just how this plays itself out. Back to 120, by the way, on the stock. So we've had that another wave come in and nail the buyers. Those of you who thought 120 was the deal of the day, maybe you were wrong. Maybe it's 118. I don't know. But 118.62 was the low trade so far. Can they run it lower? Maybe. Can the market bounce back $20 a share? Anytime. But will it be in the next 5 minutes? Because we close in 5 minutes. And right now, I think the market is trying to, the shorters are trying to print this stock ugly. And they're having a field day with it at $120.01 a share right now. They are coming in with stock to print it down. And they've got it as low as 118.62 today, which will probably only delight CNBC even more. just guess. We're down to 160. We're down $61 a share right now on the stock. Dwayne, thank you for this sticker. I appreciate it. Peter, I sold 40% of my position on the way out. 40%. I've been buying, hoping to be able to triple my position as it continues to go down. I'm curious to see what the borrow fee is going to be tomorrow. I like this stock. Interesting comment. 120.26, 120.54 in the last 4 minutes of trading. Crimer, don't be upset. Market is red. Buy while the stocks are on sale. Sydney Shivers, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. You will be getting an alert after the show is over. An hour after I finish the show, I'll be on for another hour. Thank you, Max. Thank you for joining. Ellie, thank you. Big Tex, thank you, and Lysix, thank you for becoming members. All of you, you will be getting an alert today when I finish up later. Matthew and Glenn, you're in as members as well. Thank you for all that, for all of you joining up right now. Appreciate this. Let's see here. We have Sydney here, and we have JJ. Fidelity buy 75% to 25% sell. That's what we're showing. 120 on the stock right now as the sellers are coming in, trying to hammer this market to make it look really, really ugly on GameStop. That is the plan. $8.99 on AMC. Anybody wanting to make that look ugly, they're having an easy time of it over there too. $8.99 on AMC. Sarah, we want to fly. Well, you got to buy. 120.118 on GameStop. A little bounce up here, but ever so little at the end. We are coming into the last few minutes on the day, and they're talking about whatever they're talking about. Let's see how this wants to play itself out. Will they be able to keep it under 120, or will there be a bounce up in the last 3 minutes? I don't know. It's hard to say. Have you ever seen anything like this, Bruce? How much can they artificially drop the stock down? Trying to understand when to come back and buy more. Look, it's it might be just to get the print today, and then they don't sell anymore, and the market reacts overnight back to 135.40 and opens tomorrow at 135.40 and goes higher, or not. They continue the assault to try to break the $100 barrier. I can't tell you. I don't know the numbers. I don't know their positions. But right now, those who are dropping this market are in charge. They've got more momentum. They have more money. They're putting more money where their backing is to drop this market as opposed to getting into it. That's all it is. That's just a law of supply and demand at this moment in time, at this second in time, in this market right now. That's what it is. 120.91 in the last 2 minutes of the day. As we are coming in here, the 1 minute 54 second countdown is on right now. And we're at 120.91, 120.57 seems to be the indication here as we're coming into the last few moments of the day. Thank you for the 1,200 thumbs up so far, 135 down thumbs. What can you do? I appreciate that. 6,600 of you are here. Thank you for being with me today. Appreciate all of you commenting and coming by and visiting. And watching this event because you need to learn how markets work. And this is one of those days where markets get hit. You either take advantage of these prices and grab some of this stuff here. You might not regret it. You might regret it, depending on where it goes in 15 minutes from now in the aftermarket and tomorrow. Sefer, thank you for becoming a member. Constant, thank you for becoming a member of this channel. I appreciate it very much. In plain, we're trying to cover this market in plain English. We're down to the last minute now. 121 on the stop. Hit 118 for the low. Now at 120.106, 120.94, kind of jumping here. It can still jump $3-4 each direction at any moment, but it seems to be in this 120 neighborhood right now. That is the line. That is the war. That is the battlefield. But it is off $61, and we can't hide that. You can't sugarcoat that. It's really off $61 today, and there will be all kinds of commentary about it all night tonight. And all day tomorrow and all weekend coming up. We got Street Rat Cricket, new member. Thank you for joining. We're coming to the bell. They're ringing the bell. Thank God they're ringing the bell. Let's see the last trade on GameStop. Now, 120.34 is what it looks to me the final trade was in New York. 120.97, 119.90 on the aftermarket. It's just starting to fire up there. We'll keep an eye on it. Still flogging GameStop, or have you told your minions to sell as you should? You yourself have lost so much money for these kids. I should be ashamed of myself. I should just die. How could I do such a thing? What a bad man I am. Andrew, the Gibbler, became a YouTube member. Thank you, Andrew. There's a good guy and there's a bad guy. There's a happy guy and there's a sad guy. There's a member and there's a hater. What can I say? I'm just bad news for the market. You know, I just shouldn't comment on what's going on out there. How could I be such a person? What? How can I live with myself? How do I do it? I don't know. I just don't know it. Okay, Shell. There you go. Thank you, Olivia. You got it. Okay, Shell. Unbruceivable. It's inconceivable. Mark Cherry became a YouTube member. Even with that, what can I say? About another 12 today. I don't have a sell button. Imagine wasting $5. Well, you know, I get these shells. I get these haters that actually pay me to then talk down to me. Have I got the greatest gig going in the world? I mean, this is pretty cool, don't you think? People can pay money and then yell at me. This is awesome. Bruce stole my lunch money. Shills, only tears of joy. I'm the only shill here. Oh man, yum. I bought 25 more. Professor Chaos, new member. There you go, Professor Chaos. Welcome to the channel. We can all cry together. 121 on the aftermarket. It's coming back. Oh man, Sitting Bull, he has not lost us money. I'm an adult. I make my own choices. I cannot wait to take my milk and bread money back from you, Citadel, Point72, and Melvin Capital, and Robinhood, crooks, bankrupters. I can't wait, and I will. It keeps falling. Give me my lunch money back. If it drops to 90, I'm buying 200 more. How about that? How about thumbs for the apes? Nothing's changed. 36,900 is where I'm selling it. Nah, it's a big goofball. You guys chill with Uncle. What does it say? You chill with Uncle. Just chill. Chill with the uncle. Well done. I don't think I can take another day like this. Laughing out loud. What's this? What's the sell button? Are they just projecting? They're just projecting. Bruce forgot they were looking in the mirror. Sell. What is this you speak of? Is there another transaction called sell? I've averaged up and bought 2 more shares at 120. Thanks, Hedgies. Sounds like a good idea. GRV. Good buy. I don't know. Laughing. Bruce. Middle name Melvin. Pay to heckle. Yep, pay to heckle. Give me money and heckle me. There you go. Hey, Bruce, we still love you and appreciate what you do. Thank you. Line up the tourniquets cut from the knees today. No painkillers. What is the exit strategy? Oh, my gosh. Keep this in mind. The fact that people feel the need to come in here and spread FUD means they're scared. There you go. 120.87 on the aftermarket right now. The shills. Fun Bruce, who helps people understand and hold GameStop. Thanks for helping the cause, shills. Okay. 118.62 was the lowest price of the day. That's true. And now it's 120.02. Okay. You have special guests called Silly Shillings. We held through 40. This is nothing. Is this a buy? I don't know. KW, McCabe, what's the strategy? As John Travolta said, we've got shills. They're multiplying. This is beautiful, but then again, they can afford it, at least for now. Picked up 5 at the bell at 120.48. Got it at the bell, right on 119 right now. So could have had a little lower, but you know, who cares? Goes to 1,000 a share. Who cares? I'm not crying, but it's all profit. This is all profit to me. Buying the dip. KW laughing out loud. The exit strategy is buy every dip and sell a few up there. Again, those of you who don't know, after I go off the air here in about 55 minutes, I will do an alert for members, which will include a new company that I'm covering. For those of you who don't know already, those of you who become members in the last hour, you will get an alert, as well as everyone else who's already got the alert. I will repeat it. We have a new stock that I'm going to be adding to the list tomorrow morning. We'll be talking in detail about it tomorrow. If those of you who know what that stock is, keep it to yourselves, because members have to be members to get the advance notice about what's happening for members. That's why we're members. Thank you, everybody, for being here and joining this channel. And we'll keep on going. Just waiting to average down. Thanks, Bruce. I'm so glad it feels good buying at the end there like that. And what else? I got my 10 at 140. I'll take another 10 at 90. Sell is a dirty 4-letter word, you know. There you go. They pay to scare us. We pay to watch them eat. Whose brains are smoother? I mean, come on. Always buy the Financial Times every day. If you really do lose, it lines up a shop doorway perfectly. There you go. Chino, 117.20 on the aftermarket. It's down again. Let's see what happens. What's an exit strategy? At 1,000 and above, we talk about the exit strategy. Let's see what happens about that. Darn, I have to wait. What does that say here? Darn, I have to wait. Where is that comment? Sorry. So many comments just came in here. Just a ton of them just came through here. Darn, I have to wait until Friday morning for my settlement. There you go. Thank you, Wizard Owl, for this donation. Uncle Bruce, can I borrow $20? I haven't got it. I can't lend it to you. I don't know where I can find it. Mia's ideas. The new head of SEC is Gary Gensler, a blockchain professor, MIT, Goldman Sachs partner turned Wall Street insider. Should we write this guy a letter? I don't know. Let's see what he says, what he does when he joins up. Let's see what happens with that. Crunchy is a new member. Crunchy, the stock's going straight up now that you're here. This is great stuff. Thank you for joining. Also, Vox became a member. Welcome. We've got more members coming in here. We've got Brian Erickson joining now. We've got David Caminete is here. Thank you for joining us, guys. Chris Castle, new member, guys. Welcome. We've got DP, welcome, a new member coming in. Welcome to the show, you guys. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the membership group. You'll all be getting an alert here right after the show is over. I have a new recommendation stock for you to look at, and you think about that. Think if you want to get into it or not. And we'll talk about it tomorrow and going forward. Marcus, do you prefer sharing your expertise on newbies like me or veterans? I feel like a rookie ape wasting vet time. Regardless, udabomb.com, man. I'm happy that you're all here. I really am, because so many of you want to get into the market, but you're not sure how to do it. You're not sure what to do when you are in the market. You're not sure how to handle this stress, these good days, these bad days, just flat days. I mean, it's an emotional roller coaster. It can be, and you've got to learn how to deal with it. John McWilliams, we've got a new member here. Thank you, John. David Hart, also a new member. Thank you. Christopher, the only thing I'm selling is my body for GameStop money. That's it. Other than that, nothing's available. Welcome, everybody, to the channel, and I'm glad you're here. Look, I love it that the newbies coming in as well. For those of you who are new, if I can in any way help you comprehend the craziness and complexity of what is going on, I'm a happy guy. Matthew Ralston, thank you for becoming a member as well. If I can convince you to become members and you follow me on a consistent basis, after a week or two or three, you'll kind of get the hang of what's going on around here. And you'll notice how extreme the markets can get. Extreme good, extreme bad, and sometimes extreme nothing. That is life in a microcosm right here in this marketplace. These market floors, these exchange floors, and the Chicago the pits they used to have, where you used to see the guys yelling their heads up. That is raw emotion. That is what it's all about. We're talking about the making and losing of money, and it's a really personal thing to people here. And like I said, this is what we're all about. We're trying to stay ahead of where the market is going at, what the market is thinking, what people are thinking, what the anticipation of the market can be. That's what we're doing here. So yeah, welcome one, welcome all. JK, welcome to the show and welcome to the channel as a new member. I'm welcoming a lot of new members that are women. A lot of females are joining up here, which is great. We need more gals here, and I'm happy to see women joining this channel because it is a safe place to hang out here, and I'm pretty happy about that. Corey, IMO, sharp price increase could trigger the squeeze. It will be a lot easier to spike the price the lower the price goes. Do you agree? Well, the lower the shares go, the more people pick them up, and stronger the hands are that hold them, the higher they can run the other direction. That's kind of my thinking too. Zenobia, thank you for becoming a member. Also to ILLO77DA1. I have no idea what to call that. But thank you for becoming a member of this channel as well. Appreciate that, you guys. Also to Jane, thank you for joining us and becoming a member of this channel, all of you. How many thumbs up we got? We got any thumbs ups at all? 1,700 thumbs ups. 151 on the downside. We're only 12 to 1. We're barely 11 to 1 up to down, and normally we're 20 to 1. So if any of you out there can throw a thumbs up our way, that would really help this channel. We need thumbs ups to get more people to join the story of the GameStop story and everything else. Keep those thumbs ups coming in, guys. Help us out. Promote this channel on YouTube. There it goes. 1,800 now. 1,800 up. We're now at we got a 12 to 1 ratio, up versus down. Keep these thumbs ups coming. We got to get through 3,000 here. 1,900 now have shown up. Thank you, guys. Let's get this going. Maybe we can get the 3,000 thumbs ups and be a 20 to 1 ratio between up versus down. Good versus evil. The Empire strikes back here. We can't have that. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Love it, you guys. Thank you, Jane, for becoming a new member. Jana, for new member. Thank you, and thank you to who is this here? This is Stacy. Stacy Lacey. Thank you for becoming a new member. We have Kai Chang. People are saying they're shorting the Russell 2000 index. They're short GameStop. That is not true. I doubt entirely that is even a possibility. Suzanne is here, another female member. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate this. David, how many of the shares being sold today are counterfeit? I don't know. There's a lot of day trading going on today too. There are people who are shorting this, selling at 122 to buy at 121, selling at 120 to buy at 119, buying at 118 to sell at 120. There's this day trade. This is all this day trading as well. But all in all, when you add everything together, the stock now is at 117.89, 118 a share, 22 million traded today. That's all that traded on the market today. In the aftermarket right now, we've traded 80,000 shares. This is light. This is very light volume, David. But it is trading. I mean, that there's no ifs, ands, or but. It is trading here because not enough buyers want to pick up all this paper that is apparently available, no matter who's selling it, whether it's legitimate longs or whether it's legitimate shorts, whether it's illegitimate shorts, whether it's undeclared shorts. I don't know, whatever it is, that's what it's doing. 118.50 is where it's trading at right now. And there have been today more sellers than buyers. It's as simple as that. That's all it was. There was not enough buying today. Now we could, who do you blame? Who do you blame for the stock doing this poorly today? Well, maybe you go back to last night's conference call because the complaints that have come out about that conference call have been varied. If you have been watching me lately, if you were watching me on Monday, and particularly on Monday, the day before, and then Tuesday, all day yesterday before the conference call, what did I tell you? What did I tell you they had to do? Do you remember what I said? Blaine, thank you for this donation. Why has this not been margin called yet? I have no idea. I don't think there's many people holding this on margin, actually. That's my guess. KW, $2 donation. Thank you. Can they short and never cover? If it goes to zero, only if it goes to zero. But if it goes up to 1,000 a share, they got problems. It goes to 300 a share, they had problems. It goes to 400, it gets worse. What did I say the last 2 days about this conference call? How important it was, how critical this conference call was to the company. Did I say that there would be a ton of people listening to that conference call? I did. Did I say the world media, financial media at least, would be listening? They were. Did I say that the financial media would cover this event? They are, and they will. And the media not only has heard the conference call, they saw the financials, heard the conference call, and now they're reacting to what's happening with the stock today. And why are the shares down today, apart from the fact that there are more sellers than buyers? By the way, thank you, I know, for joining. Thank you, Evan, for becoming members of this channel. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. Why are these shares down? Tony Alto, thank you, Tony Alto, for being here as a member as well. You guys are all getting the alert coming up after I get off the air. Why is it down? Well, maybe it had something to do with the conference call last night. Maybe the conference call didn't go over so well. Maybe it wasn't all that well coordinated. Perhaps certain people didn't rehearse. Maybe certain people didn't get the message. Maybe certain people in the investor relations department didn't get the message to management, didn't think to get a message to management, didn't get their message listened to by management. Somebody dropped the ball last night. And it was a big ball. It was a big, shiny, beautiful ball that you were handed on a silver platter by the world's media. $100 million of exposure available to you at your beck and call. All you needed to do with it was treat it with respect and go out there and put on a show. Talk about the company's prospects. Perhaps even maybe coordinate some answers and questions. Perhaps you could have had some folks from the company reach out and make proactive phone calls to some of the analysts who were going to cover you. Perhaps you could have answered some emails from those who were asking you certain questions that maybe you could have had a list of questions and answered. Not even take questions live, but you could have had a person read questions and answer them. Read a question that we received lately and answer it. There is a way to proactively handle this event last night. It was there on a silver platter. Even a YouTuber like me knows how you take advantage of an audience to give them news that they should get. It wasn't done. It wasn't done properly, was it? And how is it received? Oh, a $60 loss on the stock. Multiplied by 70 million shares. It only cost you $4.2 billion in market cap. That's all it was. It was just only a $4 billion fumble of a football. Nothing serious. It's not like it can be. We can fix it. Am I a little harsh? Maybe. Am I critical? I think so. Justifiably so? I think so. When you had the financials come out and your stock go up to 198, running up to 198 on the excitement of the announcement that you were making, you didn't follow up on the conference call with that excitement. You dropped the ball. And I would say maybe heads should roll. I don't know whose head rolls, but someone's head's going to roll here. If I were let's say, a guy who owns, say, 13% of the company that I bought in the open market between $4.50 and like $16 a share with an average of 8 something a share. If I spent $76 million of my own money to buy control of this company and then brought 2 guys with me to join the board, maybe that guy might want to call a board meeting to chat with the other board members about the disaster last night that was befallen on this corporation that kind of cost the company a little bit of market cap value. Maybe, just kind of, I'm just putting it out there. That's all I'm doing. I'm just putting out there. It's a great day. My bagels with Bruce mug arrived. I made sure to use the link in the description to purchase the fine, high quality merchandise. Yes, Corey. Thank you, Corey Payne, for doing that. I appreciate this so much. Wei Ling, thank you for becoming a member of this channel. I love you. Nakita, can't pronounce that. ND is here. Thank you for joining the channel. I'm wondering if maybe if I'm that kind of a shareholder guy, that I might be having a little discussion with some fellow board members and kind of thinking maybe we need a change here. We need a new messenger, because the messenger we have is not working. The messenger is not delivering the goods, and we need to either have the messenger step aside and get a new messenger in, but we need a better deliverer of the message, because you've got good stuff to talk about. You've got good news to talk about. You've got exciting new stuff to talk about, but it's not being perceived by the market. It's not getting the news. The market is fixated on certain footnotes in the financials because the company is not using the right messenger to direct the attention of the world financial media in the right area of the company's affairs. That's my take on this. Goraz, thank you for becoming a member of this channel. You'll be getting an alert after I get off the air here. New stock I'm following. Thank you, everybody. It might be time. This might have been the moment that it has clarified the future of the company to some people, like observers from the outside, like this YouTuber who kind of looks at it and goes, gee, you had the weekend to get ready for this thing. You announced this event 2 weeks ago. It's not like you had 15 minutes to get ready for the meeting or the call. I mean, guys, Jim, a new member. Thank you, Jim Benzel, for joining this channel. New member. You're getting an alert shortly after I get off the air. New stock I'm following. Maybe it's time for a hired gun. Now, I don't know. Maybe the company just needs a hired spokesman to front for the company. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe management stays in place and key people stay in place, but they don't talk publicly anymore. The talking will be done by a hired presenter of some kind. I mean, it might just be time for this company to figure out their investor relations department needs a revamp. Maybe they need a new leader in there. They need somebody who can take this company to another level. Maybe it's time to steal an investor relations manager from somebody else that is doing really well in the communications area of the market. That's how you do it, because you're doing it already in the e-commerce side of things. You're stealing the people you need to turn the company into a really cool e-commerce company. What you are missing, there's a link here, a missing link between the execution of said plan and the dissemination and public disclosure of said plan. So the public goes, oh, wow, this is pretty cool. Because when you get people doing that, they go to their phone to buy stock in said company. They weren't doing that today. You didn't have enough people coming to the market to go, I want more stock because of the financials I heard about last night, the progress in closing stores, the cash position of the company, the cost reductions that are going on, the higher percentage of sales going on in the e-commerce department, the hiring you're doing of people that are coming into this company to turn it into a whole different thing. There's a lot of good stuff that should have been talked about and exposed all day today from last night's call. It's not being done. The news coming out today about the company is sales projections were missed. What sales projections are we talking about? There weren't any sales projections. How could you miss them? There was no forward guidance giving. No kidding. No one's giving forward guidance in the marketplace. There might be selling stock in the market. No kidding. That's been on the books for over 6-8 months. That's nothing new. This is all old news, because people will listen to the news that they're given unless you give them news they should be listening to. And you've got to be proactive as a public company. And it's not happening today. Didn't happen last night at the bell when you cut the phone off after 20 minutes. What were you thinking? And who did you hire to handle that phone call? Inadequate on every level, completely inadequate on every level. And now today, Why aren't any GameStop managers in front of cameras talking to the media? Why is there no one from GameStop being interviewed by anyone at CNBC today? Why not? Where is the company spokesman that could just be promoting the company line? This is 101 being a public company, as far as I'm concerned. This is the basics of being a public company, and it's not being done. I don't understand what the problem is here, guys. I don't know what this keeping quiet strategy is doing for you. It's only costing you today market cap of $4 billion. I don't know how more plain Jane this can get. I'm desperately trying to explain it in a plain English kind of way. Do you guys need to understand this in a plain English kind of way? I figured you were smarter than that. I don't know. Conflict between game board members on the strategy. No idea. Don't understand it. Alexander Sherman should resign. I felt from the investor call that he was focusing not on messing up instead of landing a slam dunk. This should have been easy. Shane Williamson became a YouTube member. Thank you, Shane, for coming on the board with the company here, with this channel. Thank you so much. I tell you, I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. You can literally hire a spokesman to be the spokesman. You don't have to use the president of the company, the CEO of the company, the chairman of the company. You can utilize hired guns to be the presenters, and you can definitely have lieutenants going on the air the next day all over the place, on Bloomberg, on Fox Business, on MS and CNN, NBC, everywhere, with bloggers. This could be the day. This should be the day you should be selling the message. That's what government does. Government brings out a budget, and then they send their boys out and girls out to sell it. This is what it's done. The GameStop board is stepping down. Look at the news. Cav, could radio silence be forced by any lawsuits going on? No idea. Masood, a super sticker. Thank you very much. Team Bunny, new member. Team Bunny girl, thank you for joining the channel. Nice to have you here. Like I said, I'm just stunned and perplexed by all of this. Why there isn't a real full-blown strategy being employed here. You guys have the money. You have money in your treasury to literally hire professionals to help you manage the PR of a publicly traded company, rather than I don't know who you got. Like I don't I don't know who you got, because no one speaks, no one talks, no one is interviewed. Why isn't anyone from the company on Jim Cramer's show? Do you think Jim Cramer would allow one of you guys on there? How about Mr. Cohen himself, or someone to speak on Mr. Cohen's behalf, or an executive VP of communications that is hired by maybe Mr. Cohen, maybe Mr. Sherman, maybe by the board, to go out there and do the presentations, sell this vision. Cramer, with millions of stock investors as viewers, my God, what more do you want? This phone call last night was the golden opportunity of a lifetime, and I don't know if you'll ever get it back. I don't know. Look, if Mr. Cohen is too shy to go in front of a camera, I get it. If he is not a good presenter in person, it's okay. The guy's got this. He knows this. He's making it happen. Leave him alone to do that. But now get a spokesman to speak on behalf of this company that will go out there on a proactive basis and speak on behalf of the corporation. It's time. You're kind of big enough to matter. 116.35 in the aftermarket is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. This is not a good vibe. What can I say, kids? I'm just a guy in a living room in Creston, British Columbia, talking to 4,744 people who are hanging around saying it could be better, and it could be a lot better. And there's a lot of really good news that this company should be exploiting across the marketplace, least of which is in the middle of a pandemic. this company didn't have to issue any stock from its treasury to survive said pandemic. And they're in the retail business. I mean, what? I mean, Costco didn't issue any new stock because they didn't have to close. Other companies did have to issue stock because they are in the retail space to survive. This company didn't have to issue any stock, and yet they were closed with many of their stores for quite some time. They still didn't issue any stock. This is an accomplishment that should be celebrated, should be promoted, should be exposed. Crickets. I'm getting crickets here. Unbelievable. Aaron, isn't it possible they're so quiet because there's a huge chance they'll be accused of manipulating the stock? Yes, you're right. We're investing all in a company that didn't speak up for itself. There's nothing wrong with stating fact to the market. Nothing wrong. There's nothing illegal about stating fact to the market. You don't have to worry about being afraid of being sued because you're sticking up for your corporate story. There's nothing there whatsoever. Nothing wrong whatsoever. The company has better results in the fourth quarter than the fourth quarter a year earlier. In the middle of a pandemic, they're doing incredibly well. Incredibly well. The fact that their online sales are surging should be bragged about. They should be bragging. They should be coming up with fluff announcements. Anything to be in the marketplace. I don't care what you say, how you say it, but just say it. But you've got so much good stuff to talk about. You're not doing it. GameStop better be careful. Firmly believe retail traders have a deep love wanting it to succeed. GameStop retailers are the customers, and those customers are not happy today. Well, and shareholders aren't happy today. We have every right not to be happy today. If you're a shareholder of this company, you have every right to be upset because this company dropped the ball. They dropped the golden goose that could have laid the golden egg. The stock went up to 198 15 minutes after the financials came out. If that doesn't tell you what the demand could have been for this stock with a decent presentation on that conference call, went from 198 to 113. So think about that. The stock actually dropped from 198 to where it is now, 113. That's $85 a share. All right, $85 a share times 70 million shares of market cap is what was lost from then until now. That's $5.9 billion. Let's round it up to $6 billion bucks. Evaporated. Sure, the stock can come up tomorrow, 15, 20 bucks a share. Yeah, of course it can. It can always do that. But will it? It's certainly not getting any help from cheerleaders within the corporation. I mean, these guys don't even have cheerleaders. That's the other thing that just blows my mind. My gosh, I cannot imagine Apple or Amazon or Netflix or DraftKings not taking advantage of the financial results you brought out for the fourth quarter and running to the end zone with this thing and spiking the ball. You had a chance to spike the ball. You were asleep at the switch. I don't understand what the heck is going on here. Defies all logic to me. Are they trying to work all the bugs up before hyping the future of the company? First impressions count, so maybe they worry about jumping the gun. Well, they've hired the right people, and they could be bragging about that. I don't see them bragging about this. I don't see them talking about the secondary hires that they've made lately. I don't see them, like I said, they didn't even take questions from anyone on the conference call last night. Not a single question. They could say stuff like, "Hey, what do you think about the stock going to $500 a share on you?" They are allowed to say, "We can't comment on that because we had nothing to do with it. We don't know what to think." Or, "We know there's speculation on the stock, and we know there's a lot of people who are very excited about what we're about. But that was a pretty crazy run, wasn't it?" They could say that. There's nothing illegal about that. You can comment on that. But if you don't say anything, and you remain silent, and you let the stock do what it's doing, you are aiding and abetting the shorters to run amok. Why are you doing that? Why would you guys do that? It makes no sense to me. These guys are shareholders. Mr. Cohen has 9 million shares of the company, personally, 9 million shares. They went from 198 to 113 today. That's an $85 loss on 9 million shares. How much money is that? More than what you'll ever earn in a lifetime, most of you out there. It's unfathomable how much money he lost today. This is unacceptable. This cannot be normal. This cannot be tolerated, cannot be accepted as a cost of being in business. Absolutely no waste. Stephen Moore, thank you for becoming a member. There's a message coming to you very shortly after I get off the air today. Yeah, there has to be some adjustments made here. We've got to move. They've got to change the bench. Players on the bench are not performing, and the GM or the president of the company, somebody's got to make changes because this is not working. I cannot be. You cannot look to me to be the cheerleader of this company because I'm not a cheerleader of this company. I like the corporate story, but guys, you guys have got to be better at being a public company than you are right now. Sure, I know you're busy at the office. You're busy in the warehouse. You're busy managing 5,000 stores. You're busy dealing with all your suppliers. I know. Yeah, you're busy. It's a pandemic. I know. You're busy. But there's a department called the Investor Relations Department that every public company has. And it's a most critical department of every public company. And some companies, the director of the public relations division has a direct line to the CEO and or chairman of the board of the company. Direct, moment to moment, at any time can interrupt a meeting, anytime, for any reason, because they are monitoring the stock. One of the most important pieces of a public company is its stock and how it's performing on the street. This is a part of the PR division of the company. You have the president's ear anytime you want it. Chris, speaking of change needed, majority of the GameStop board resigns. News to me. Thoughts? I don't know anything about this. I'm not sure if this is true. Brentorius became a member. Ulysses Ventura becoming a member. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. Anyway, I don't see any news about the board resigning. What are you folks talking about? I have nothing here. In any event, this has to be completely adjusted. Absolutely completely adjusted. When I was the president of a public traded company, we were tiny. There were two of us. There was myself and my buddy, my partner. We were the two guys. And I was the president of the company, and I was in charge of the stock. I was in charge of the brokerage community. I was in charge of all shareholder relations. My buddy was the operations guy. He was a lawyer. He handled the legals. He handled vendor relations, that kind of thing. He and I would scheme up marketing ideas. But I was the guy who had a direct line. I could literally pick up the telephone and I could talk to a floor trader on his personal phone on the Alberta Stock Exchange to find out how my shares are doing. I had brokerage firms calling me directly all the time, telling me what was going on with my stock if something stupid was happening all the time. And that's what I did. And we had a stock that was a penny stock. I mean, it was nothing. We were a tiny little thing. That's how it works. At this level, you're dealing with billions and billions of dollars of people's money. This cannot be ignored. This cannot be messed with. This has to be top priority at the senior level. And if the president or chairman doesn't have time for this, then there's an issue. There's a serious problem here. There has to be someone who's way high up that is handling the minute-to-minute minutia of what's going on with this market. I can tell you that Tim Cook is constantly advised of how his stock is doing. If it's not Tim Cook personally, it's a person that reports directly to him. Anytime they need to get a hold of him, they can get a hold of this guy. That's how senior that position is with respect to investor relations. It's the same at every other stock. You think Elon Musk doesn't know what's happening with his stock second to second? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's important. The stock of Tesla has actually funded the company called Tesla to do what they're doing. And that's what should be happening right here, right now. And I don't see what is the disconnect between management of the company and the shares of this company's stock. I don't understand it. Latrucia Debois, new member, welcome aboard. We're here to talk about the markets in plain English. And in plain English, they did a terrible job last night. And the shares have performed terribly all day today. And in the aftermarket, they're now down to 113. They're still performing terribly. There is no one taking the reins of power with respect to this company's messaging and delivering it. Where is your messenger? Where are they? What happened to this individual? Don't you have one? Get one, and you better get a good one, because this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I cannot believe that with all of the activity in the last 6-8 weeks, you guys haven't revamped your investor relations department. I don't get it. I don't understand it. John, I probably missed you say it, but do you think it's over? Just keep holding till it happens again. What do you think? Like I say, I don't think it's over. I think the story is a great story. We just need someone to take control and deliver it. It's not that complicated. It doesn't require 2 years of figuring out and all that. This can be reversed in 5 minutes. You just need the right PR company. Either you hire an agency from the outside on a contract basis, or you steal a top-notch IR person from another public company, and you get them in there. You make them an offer they can't refuse, and they join immediately. Get on this thing. This is crazy. Travis, we need to protest at GameStop for our state capitals. Oh my gosh. I do what I can. It used to be a lot easier, but it's not that easy anymore, kids. It's a tough world out there, and you're in competition for attention. Right now, the attention that GameStop is getting is from CNBC. You want those guys to actually be in charge of your message? Because that's what you've done. You are so inept at your messaging that you've allowed CNBC to become your spokespeople. And they hate you guys. They don't like you. I don't know if you figured it out. CNBC doesn't like GameStop. Has anyone noticed that at GameStop? They don't like you. They don't want to. They're not going to give you good press. They're going to make you look like idiots. Hello, man. I think we need Biff to get over to that office and start knocking heads. Hello. What would happen if I had it in my homework and your handwriting? I'd get kicked out of school. Do you know what would happen if you don't do the messaging for your company and give it to these guys? Your stock will go down 35% in one day. Hello. Yes, it's crazy, kids. It's crazy, KW. The hedgies want us scared. Whoever blinks first loses. I lost 10,000 because hedgie slammed GameStop. I refuse to let him win. Hold, damn it, hold. That's what I'm saying. Hang on to your stock. Pick up this cheap stuff if you can get your hands on it. Absolutely. But over there at GameStop, something is not working. Something is amiss. Something is not firing on all cylinders, and someone has to step up and control the situation. I don't know what it's going to take, but I don't like what I see over there, and I don't like what I'm hearing over there, and I'm wondering what the heck is happening over there. You gotta wonder, man. I don't know. How many billions of dollars of market cap do you have to lose to make changes? How many billions? Should it be 10? Should it be 10 billion before someone goes, we might have a problem here? Hello? Yeah, I don't get it, man. Biff gets it. Even Biff can figure this out. I'm not sure. Biff Tannen, tell you, I gotta wonder, man. I do not know. I just don't know what to make of the story. And the stock, I'm not sure what it's doing. My machines are jumping around. I'm showing 115, 120. I don't know what quote's right. I don't know what quote's wrong. Guys, I'm at wit's end sometimes. Like I said, I'm just a guy in a living room in Cranston, British Columbia, with 45 years market experience, watching what's going on and asking myself, what's with these guys? What's wrong with these guys? How can you not address this? This is ridiculous. This should be there should be a spokesman on camera at CNBC yelling back at the host about how great they're doing, in asserting their position, standing up for their company and employees, talking about the success of the fourth quarter in a pandemic to straighten those morons out, because there's a director in a control room somewhere, producer director, whispering in the ear of the host to say what they're saying. And it's devastating to the company. It's devastating to the share values. Great for the ratings for CNBC. great, because they say we'll be right back after this message with the latest GameStop update. Everybody watches 5 minutes of commercials for the GameStop update. And what is the GameStop update? The company is being managed completely incorrectly. The company is blowing it. They're not doing anything good at all. That's what you're getting from CNBC. Count on it. They're not going to say, greatest stock ever, greatest company in the world. Oh, shareholders are the most brilliant people ever who buy this stuff. That's not what's coming out of CNBC. Somebody should be doing point counterpoint. You know, you remember point counterpoint? Oh my gosh. Sometimes I work so hard for so little. It's incredible. Thank you, all of you, for being here, watching me, following me, tolerating me, super chatting me, becoming members with me. I sometimes can't give you good news. And if it's not good news, I'll tell you why it's not good news. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. This isn't a kumbaya fireplace chat area where it's always good news and it's always happy times. When something is fouling up, I'll let you know about it, because what have I got to lose? I'm 65 years old. I'm not getting a day job with these guys. I'm not worried about not getting hired by another company. I'm here. This is what I do. I get paid by YouTube to be here, and you members are keeping me on the air, and that's what it's all about, and I thank you so much. Not to mention, GameStop said the stock was overvalued. How does that look now, morons? Bob Banks has become a member. Thank you. The Wild's Life has become a member. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you, Richard. The incompetence in messaging today seems to make a good case for CEO replacement. Catalyst for Ryan Cohen to CEO. He might be the guy, but he might not be the guy. He might be better off being chairman of the board. He might be better off just being a powerful board member, being the single largest owner of the company. He might be better off hiring and firing people himself for these positions. Wizard Owl, that rent was another $10. Thank you, buddy. Right now, Ryan Cohen might be better off, like I said, gathering up the board members and saying, we're going to make changes. We're going to make serious changes. This is unacceptable. We cannot continue forward. We have our annual meeting coming up. That's our next opportunity to tell the world what's up, what's happening with this company. Between now and then, maybe we want to announce all kinds of changes in management. Maybe that's what we're going to do. Maybe we should be hiring a brand new department for investor relations. Maybe we should steal an investor relations professional, an absolute pro, one of the best in the business from one of these Dow 30 companies. Maybe we should steal somebody from an S&P 500 company. Maybe one of the 50 most valuable companies in the world. We should get that department in here, running this department for this company, because we could be worth $50 billion, $100 billion market cap, $200 billion market cap if we do what we want to be doing. Because what we're doing corporately is great and can really be worth a lot of money. But we better have the right PR department and investor relations department to deliver the message, because it's not being delivered right now. It's undelivered. It is not being delivered whatsoever. Oh my goodness. Sasha, thank you. God bless you, Uncle. You hit the nail on the head as usual. Ryan C can repair it quickly, though. We need something. We need something big, and we need it now. Chris, a GM board resigns. Search Axos, GameStop board resigns. Legit. 60 minutes old. There's nothing here anywhere on any of these Dow Jones wires. There's nothing here. This would be big news that should be showing up. I'm not showing it anywhere. This should also be in the SEC filings. This should be right here, filing central. Taking a look at SEC filings, not showing anything. There is nothing whatsoever official anywhere that I can see on this story. Sorry, I don't see it, so I can't believe it. Anyway, Sitting Bull, 8 members of the board will leave the company at the Gamers annual meeting in June, according to a new filing. Boy, I hope you're right. Again, but will that fix everything? Look, if there is a change of a bunch of directors, wouldn't surprise me if it is. But if there is, then the market can speculate who's coming in. And if they start announcing that certain people have been nominated, and these are really all-stars, maybe this will run the market like you can't believe. This could be the best thing to happen to this market right now, that this kind of a change is taking place. But we need to know who we're talking about here. I'm not sure what's going on here. Alejandro, damn it, Jim. People are expecting leadership announcements outside the ones already known. Folks expect more of the direction towards e-commerce, but little mention here outside of earnings. That's right. Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a magician. Keaton, thank you for becoming a member. Dave, thanks for becoming a member here. Love it. Let's see what's going on. Laugh out loud. We paid to alert Bruce. What's going on? Well, like I said, I don't see anything here in this thing. There's nothing here. I don't see it. Where is it? Unbelievable. But these meetings and these potential new directors. That's what we want to know. Just Google GameStop board stepping down into Google. A Yahoo article will pop up first result. Well, that's good to hear from you guys. I will follow that up for sure. Anyway, what can I say? It's just been crazy. Green Grump, new member. Thank you for joining this channel. There's an alert coming up for all members of this channel after I get off the air today. Some of you have already received this alert. Some of you are new, so you're going to get it for the first time. Thank you for joining us, all of you members. You're going to get an alert on a stock that we are beginning to follow here, which we will start talking about tomorrow on the air. GameStop, 115.43 right now. To me, if there's really a big shakeup at the board of directors, fantastic. That would be fine by me. That could be very good for the market. It could be very good for the stock in the leading days and weeks going up. We'll have to see where this leads. We will, I'd love to find out just who these folks could be replaced by. That could be kind of cool. As I say, I would love to see this happen. It used to be a lot easier. It's not that easy anymore. I'll tell you. I'm just taking you guys up on your offer here. I'm just doing a Google search on GameStop and looking for news. There we are right there. And I don't see a story on the board of directors. I don't see it. Don't see it in the news. There's nothing here. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I want to see it. I want it to be there. I really do. But I'm not. Nothing's been picked up. And over here on CNBC, I don't know if they've even mentioned it. You'd think they'd be all over that story. Nothing there. Okay, let me double check something here. Board of directors. Board of directors. Let's go on. Board of directors. Appointment. There we are. Executives. Additional. This is old news. Over to the news side of things. Should you buy after earnings? There's no announcement here. No announcement. No announcement. There's nothing here on these Google pages. There's nothing here, so I'm not sure what you guys are talking about. What can I say? We'll keep an eye on it. It's on Yahoo News. All right, we'll keep an eye open for that. Sweet, new member. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. I got 8 minutes to go, and then I'm going to get off the air. I'm going to send out an alert to all members in a little after we get off the air in 8 minutes. We'll let you know what's going on. Dan, thank you for becoming a member here. Nuno, thank you also for joining. You guys will get part of that. You'll get that announcement for sure. Page 18 of the SEC filing, current expense of the following incumbent directors will retire. All right. Well, that news did nothing for the stock today. And I'm not sure what it's going to do for the market going forward. What we really need here is that we need to have a spokesman for the company that can highlight the accomplishments of this company. That's all it takes. That's all we actually need for GameStop. We're not getting anyone fighting for the company's side of the story. All we're hearing and seeing on the media are folks who are speculating on what's not going well. And they're talking to analysts who are convinced that this is a brick and mortar a blockbuster company. That's the only people you see on the television. There's got to be a spokesperson who's employed by the company who can go on to CNBC and talk on behalf of the company's affairs. If the chairman of the board won't do it, the CEO won't do it, then hire someone who will do it. And that should be the investor relations department, a senior vice president of communications, somebody with some skill, a guy, a gal, somebody. They're out there. They exist. They're not that expensive. They don't cost $1 million a year to hire. These people are available. They are out there, and they can do a bang-up job. Matt, thank you for being a member. And Mankey, thank you for joining this channel as well. While I'm finishing off the show here, This is public company 101. Whoever you have in that investor relations department is probably been rendered so powerless that they don't even do a radio interview. They don't even do a telephone interview. This is ridiculous. This is utterly stunning to me. There should be a team of 10 people representing a $10 billion market cap company or a $15 billion market cap company, whatever this company can be worth. There should be a team of people whose job it is to put the word out of what's going on. The cruise lines have an investor relations department second to none. Their stocks are way higher than they should be. These guys should be given a medal and big bonuses by management because they have saved the bacon of these cruise lines by allowing these cruise lines to keep issuing stock for cash. That's how important investor relations is to a public company. But at GameStop, they're inept. There's nothing happening over there. I don't understand it. Bobby, if this is your first time losing big, you're not alone. Trust me, this isn't the end. This isn't the time to act off emotion. You're learning. It's time to focus, hold, or ride the incoming waves. Jim Welsh, you are a new member of this channel. I welcome you. Hired, new member, hired. Right there, we have a new member coming in. Again, guys, thank you all for tolerating the ranting Uncle Bruce today, who is a little upset at GameStop. A little upset by what they're not doing and what they should be doing on your behalf. Those of you who are shareholders, you deserve better, much better than what you're getting. 116.50 on the stock right now in the aftermarket. This is not acceptable. Not at all acceptable. After a $61 drop, this stock shouldn't be any lower now. Not at all. This stock should be being picked up by bargain hunters. This stock should be up 15 bucks a share. This stock oversold by $30 a share today at a minimum. At least at a minimum. It was ridiculous. Jonathan, thank you for becoming a member of this channel. Sean Davis, thank you for becoming a member of this channel. Dan, thank you for becoming a member. If you want the straight goods from an old guy who's been around a long time, join this channel. Join me every day, 1 hour before the opening, 1 hour before the close. I will be on here telling you the way it is and the way I see it. And I think the way I see it is how I think you should be seeing it. When a stock drops as much as it did today, after the results they gave out last night, when the stock went up to 198 on the initial surge of interest, the stock went up to 198. Could have broken through 200 last night. It could have been at 250 today, because if they had the right messenger out there and the right messages and the way they didn't handle that call last night, this stock could have been at 250 bucks a share today. And you would all be going, yes, they are delivering on the promises they've made. Ryan Cohen is putting this thing together. They didn't deliver, and it has cost this company $134 in lost value in less than 12 hours, 24 hours from yesterday to today. In 24 hours, this company has lost $124 because of the ineptitude of senior management, board of directors, investor relations department. You tell me who blew it. Somebody blew it. All of them together blew it, but it was blown out of the water. You multiply 130 bucks a share times 70 million shares of market cap losses, and we're talking about a $10 billion opportunity vanished into the air like that. And that is completely unacceptable at every level. And there should be massive changes. Massive. This board of directors shakeup thing is in the annual report. It's meaningless. It's part of the known factor. What we need to hear is the potential new directors being nominated. We need to hear about new people coming into the company that will take the message of this company forward. We're not getting it. And why on God's green earth is there no one from the public company on the air with CNBC all day long today? Why weren't they there? Why weren't they there this morning, first thing pre-market? Kramer would have talked to them for a pre-market for 10 minutes this morning. They would have been on, could have been on Squawk Box this morning for 10 minutes easily. They would have killed to have these guys. No one is talking and delivering the message, and the company is paying the price. And it was a $10 billion loss of value that was had because no one stepped up and did the job that was supposed to be done. I don't know how more plain I can make this It's plain vanilla, man. This isn't fancy ice cream. This is so basic. Nuno, Bruce, check your email. All right, I will. Guys, I gotta go. Unbelievable. I want to thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining this channel. Members, you're getting an alert shortly. Some of you have already seen the alert. A lot of you are new. You'll get the alert for the first time. We're going to talk about a new stock tomorrow to add to the list. We'll talk about GameStop tomorrow, of course. We'll keep following it. Unbelievable day like I have never seen before. I have never seen a company lose $10 billion market cap in 24 hours like I've seen today. It's just unbelievable, and it is just unforgivable. Chris became a new member. Chris, stand by. Message coming your way. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Be safe. Stay healthy for me. Make lots of money if you can. We'll be here to watch the markets tomorrow, and we'll stay on top of this story, on all the stories as much as we can for you in plain English. Sherry, you're in there. Thank you all so much. Have a pleasant evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.